Joseph Anthony Budden. We here to talk. We here to talk again. What's up? What's happening? It's K.A. We back in this thing. K.A. too good. He sleep with a cutter up a Baton. Your homeboy, he want a ton. You heard me? Dinero. You heard me? We here to talk. We here to talk about Joe Budden. By the way, hey, appreciate y'all for checking out the Joe Budden videos. They've been doing a little decent, you know what I'm saying? Decent, you know, they gonna keep coming. They gonna keep coming, yeah. But basically, Joe Budden said some shit on Spaces. By the way, shout out Big Danny. Big Danny from the Stop. Gave me the little scoop. He put me on to this little information. So big shout out to him. But apparently, Joe Budden claims he has passed the baton to Pusha T and Kendrick Lamar to take down Drake. Now, Joe, as much as I fuck with you, and we all know Joe Budden is a self-proclaimed. I don't know if he's self-proclaimed, but nigga, I'll say it myself. He is self-proclaimed, or just the way he moves in certain situations is a narcissist. Listen, I'm not gonna say some of the shit you was saying, because we do remember that the time he was going against Drake and he was dropping diss tracks against Drake. Drake didn't really respond to it, and then on what was it? No Shopping or whatever song he had with Frenchie, he said some shit to Joe Budden, pump it up. Like he said some little slick shit to Joe. With that being said, yeah, you did say some shit. I'm not mad at you for saying that shit, and you know, you did go at Drake. But see, this is the thing. I'm not gonna say you put out the blueprint to be Drake, cause nigga, hold on. The ghostwriting shit, that was Meek. So everybody else that comes out and says, oh, you a ghostwriter, you don't write your shit, that was Meek. He exposed the ghostwriting stuff. You know what I'm saying? Again, from regular motherfuckers like myself who's not really tied into the industry at that time, when we heard the Rico reference track and some other reference tracks, we was like, what the fuck? So yeah, I would say Meek and DJ Drama and whoever else Drake had issues with at the time, they took away that little card from him. So when you and Push and fucking Kendrick make those assumptions, you got to give a little bit credit to Meek. That's number one. Number two, the whole women thing. We did hear about that around the time of the Meek shit, but fine, I'll give that to you. You insinuating on one of those songs that he's too scared to push T. You know, Kendrick said that later on. You don't want to push a T. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you can say he took that from you, you know what I'm saying? The ghost writing stuff. Push exposed that he had a child, you know what I'm saying, Adonis, and allegedly he was going to use it for a fucking tracksuit line with Adidas, Adonis or something like that, you know what I'm saying? And what else? Yeah, and then now with this Kendrick show, with like, okay, him talking about underage girls is crazy. I don't know. Oh yeah, that is true. Joe, okay, yeah, Joe, that is true. Because Joe was saying that bullshit. I ain't gonna lie. Joe was saying that bullshit. So Kendrick saying that shit, yeah, he got a little bit of that from you. I will say that. That's number one. Yeah. So the pedo allegations. What else we got? Him having a secret daughter, which I don't believe. that came from something. I don't know who the fuck gave him that. What else was he saying? Him being a cultural. You could say he's a cultural. Like the way Kendrick was saying it, he's like, okay, fair enough. In other claims, it was mostly those claims, the writer claims, pedo claims. That was pretty much it, to be fair. But yeah, I'm not going to say you passed the baton. What you said did help. You know what I'm saying? In retrospect, when we do look at when Pusha and Drake were having their little tit for tat, and when the recent Kendrick and Drake, yeah, some of the shit you were saying, especially that little shit, stop effing around with 21-year-olds. Yeah, that narrative did play into that shit as well. Even Drake tried to play up into that narrative with the tailor-made freestyle when he was like, when he kind of said it to try to pull an Eminem like, hey, if you're going to diss me, I'm just going to say it first. So this ain't going to hit. By the way, Meet the Grams, everything he said on Meet the Grams, Joe, you did not bring that to the forefront. That motherfucker dissected the nigga's whole family tree. It was crazy. So again, let's read this a little bit. I'm not gonna sit here like you passed the baton, but yeah, some of the shit you said, yeah, it did show up later. So I'm not gonna sit here. But you act like these men didn't have their own shit that they might have added, and also brought to the forefront. Basically, this motherfucker's trying to take credit for a group assignment. He's trying to make this shit a group assignment when he did the most minimum amount of work, in my opinion. But anyways, let's talk about this shit. Joe Budden says Kendrick Lamar's victory over Drake. That's crazy. In their recent feud was a group effort that he passed the baton to Pusha T, who then passed the baton to Kendrick Lamar. He made the admittedly narcissistic comments during a conversation on the JBTV After Hours show on X, formerly known as Twitter Spaces. Oh, what do they call that shit now? Just Spaces? Nah, I like the name Twitter. I know the nigga bought it, but I like the name Twitter. Yeah, I'm sorry. Anyways, Joe Budden and the Toronto rapper have famously been feuding for many years, while Pusha T dropped his iconic diss track Story of K.A.Vuitton back in 2018. Budden began by admitting that his comments may come off the wrong way or sound narcissistic, but further argued, "I don't think any one man takes down Drake. I think that was a baton. I think I passed the baton to Push. I think Push passed the baton to Kendrick, and the job is done." Okay, yeah, it does sound like y'all wanted this man's downfall. The fact you sitting here like, I passed the baton to this man, and I passed the baton to this man, and after we passed it to Kendrick, and the songs went how they went, like the job is done now, like he's washed. I don't think this nigga is washed, bro. I think he's gonna come back and we're gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, he's back. And like I said, this is the thing too that people don't recognize. What people don't like about Drake is he kind of like appeals or kind of caters to a wide array of audience, rather older or young. He tries to do projects that kind of everybody can have an appeal towards. You might have certain aspects that you don't like, but certain aspects you like. It's not just gonna be one album made for the old heads. Like, no, there's gonna be some young nigga shit in there, there's gonna be some girl shit in there. Like, it's a smorgasbord of everything, if you will. So with that going on, and I do believe Drake has more of the youth than Kendrick, in my opinion, right? I do feel like he still has some staying power. Because truly, really, there's certain niggas, even though this shit happened and yes, Kendrick won. In my opinion, Kendrick did win. Like, there's niggas gonna be like, yo, I'm still bumping Drake. To be fair, I was bumping Do Not Disturb recently in one of my workout sets, so I'm not gonna lie to you. Shit's still heat. Like, I'm not gonna act like it ain't still heat. So we will see what goes on with this. But I don't think this nigga is done. So yeah, I can see where the narcissism comes from and people thinking you're a narcissist. It's certain comments like this is like, gang, like, you still refute that you sound like a narcissist? Like, that's how I feel in my head and my heart. Your head kind of wrong. I don't think this nigga is done. But hey, that's just me. When DJ Academic shared Budden's comments on his Instagram, plenty of Drake fans popped up in the comments section. One of the top responses reads, "What they all fail to realize is Drake has something that none of them have. The woman and pop culture." That is true. That is true. Because Drake has ascended hip-hop as well. He's not just a hip-hop or a rap artist. He's in pop culture. You could say he's kind of a pop artist in the hip-hop realm as well. So, yeah, that is true. Again, he appeals to many demographics and many markets. So yeah, that is true. Don't at me. This is not just rap battle. It's a music. It's the music business. Yeah. But now, yes, if we're just looking at it from a hip hop perspective, yeah, the niggas done. Kendrick won. If, in my opinion, Kendrick won. We could all have that. If we're just looking at it in totality and overall, yeah, the nigga's still gonna have a career. Like, come on, bro. This nigga didn't get the nigga out of here. Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, anyways, it's a music business. Others echoed similar sentiments about Drake's continued popularity. Another wrote, this further proves that Drake has won. These guys are doing their best to build these narratives, and is only proving that they are begging, whack, and weak individuals looking to fight Drake for solely being successful. It's not to say, like I said, Drake probably mentioned a woman, try to sleep with one of their women or whatever. Certain niggas in the industry probably don't like Drake and all the success he has. I'm not gonna sit here and act like this nigga is just highly favored. But yeah, anyone saying that nigga's career is done is crazy. Like, as much as I do respect Joe Budden, just in your music career, you can't talk to that nigga any which way. Very successful person. But if we just going off Joe's music career, there's hell no fucking way you could talk to Drake. Even if we didn't fuck with For All the Dogs, you can't talk to that nigga any which way. Because your music career wasn't that. And I'm not trying to disrespect him. But like, bro, it is what it is. Push, even though I fuck with Pusha T. We just talking about hits and certified, platinum, diamond, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like this nigga still has a career. Even though Kendrick is a beast and a monster. Like, for Kendrick, like, I fuck with Kendrick. To say that nigga does not have a classic or just close to a classic album, like Kendrick, you a damn lie. Like, no disrespect to you, sir. But you a damn lie. That boy got, shit, he got more than one. If we really want to have the discussion, he got more than one classic. I'm sorry. He do. You got to give it to him. You can hate him all you want, but you got to give it to him. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm doing rambling and such. What do y'all feel about it? Y'all agree with Joe Budden? I'm not gonna act like, bro. In retrospect, when you looking at the Kendrick battle, looking at Pusha T versus Drake and Joe Budden versus Drake and whatever issues we had with other people, me versus Drake, that some of those narratives did not appear in the Kendrick battle. I'm not gonna sit here and say that, but at the same time, I'm not just gonna sit here and be like, this nigga's done. And it was like a group assignment to get this nigga out of here. There's no way. Like, come on, bro. Y'all had y'all issues with the nigga, and y'all went out the nigga. That's what it was. But yeah, what do y'all feel? Comments down below. Links in the description. Besides all that, friendly neighborhood K.A.Vuitton out for today. Slimes on Keisha, gang. Aye.